same pattern. Same pattern, but with option number 2. So as you see, I'm in another spot, but I'm going to do the same pattern. So let's say about the position of the patient. Of course, it's the same. Pattern is the same. Components are the same. Movement is the same. The most important thing again, diagonal is the same, but my position is different. I'm in the same diagonal, but on the other side. So that's just the different. So what goes with this? Probably my manual contact is different and my body contact. So I'm going to put my proximal hand. I'm wrapping around and pulling. I'm going to put my hand in the same spot like we did before, so on the lateral and anterior side of the distal thigh. So I'm going to wrap around underneath the thigh. And again, it will be my, let's say, major arm. I mean, this one that works mostly. And my distal grip is again lumbrical. I'm putting it across the forehead, the forefoot. So this is the manual contact. Landmarks are the same. The advantage of this position is also this, that we can do the really good pull test with this position. So we can do more where to start, where to get started with this position. I can look to the trunk. I can see the better connection. So let's see. I'm pulling. I'm leaning backwards. I feel some tightness. That's the latest here. Outside. Not so good connection. Let's try again. Backwards. I would say this is a good starting point. Okay, let me show you the pattern. And toes up. And toes up. And toes up. So that is the pattern. Now you know already the manual contacts. One of the advantages, which is that we can assess and see the trunk better. Another thing is my body mechanics. It's really easy to make the wind up because I just have to lean backwards. And after the comment toes up, of course I'm going to traction the part, the distal part, and I'm leaning forward. And when the patient's legs passing by me, I'm going to stand up. So here we get the situation that Danish gets a really big range of motion. Then I have to stand up tall, and also I have to toes up. I have to take a step around the corner of the table, which is important because sometimes people they just come here, and that's all. But I have to go further. Again. And toes up. About the quick stretch, again an elongation. When I'm leaning backwards, again I'm using only my proximal hand. My distal hand, I'm using actually only to maintain the position. So knee flexion, plantar flexion of the ankle, inversion, and flexion, plantar flexion of the toes. So I'm not going to move. I'm not going to turn the knee again. I'm just going to maintain this position. Show again. And toes up. So with this situation, when I'm pulling the leg, I'm using this corkscrew movement. So we need a good external rotation of the beginning. And then we are finished with leg up with the heel outside and with component of ankle like eversion. Alright, let me show you one more time and then we're going to practice. And toes up. And toes that? Alright. Okay, let me finish maybe. Did I say everything?
Why would we do it from that end versus the other end?
So this is another thing that I want to say. So as I said, we've got advantages about two of options. This one is really easy to make a wind up, to see the beginning of the pattern, to assess it, and to make the pattern with a smaller range of motion. But the disadvantage is when somebody is pretty strong and big, and then we have to go so far away. So that's why, for example, for somebody who is bigger and stronger, has bigger range of motion, I will try from this side, because here we can just lean backwards. And then it's much easier for us to resist the movement. So this will be for the somewhat stronger with the bigger range of motion, the bigger leg. Also, advantage of this position option number one is that we can easier make the dynamic reversal, so reversal of the patterns, rather than from this side. And the advantage of this one is mostly we can easier make the wind up, we can easier start the pattern, and we can work in this small range of motion and somebody distance. And we can better control the arching of the back, which is also often a problem, especially for the patient, but we can work from this side. So those are main advantages and disadvantages.
Which hand are you using to control the motion or the rotation?
To control the rotation. So mostly, as I said, I use my proximal, like inside arm, outside and inside arm. Wrap around, and again I use the proximal. Actually, I will almost do this pattern only like this with my proximal hand. I call this proximal hand, inside hand. This one, as I told you, this is for traction, of course, for the end of the pattern, but mostly I use this one. That was it. Okay? Any question, or that was some kind of another question? So I will use this hand.
That answers.
On inside hand. Questions? Sean?
No. Just give me one.
Nice legs, thank you.
Nice legs, thank you.
Alright. Let's get started with this one, with this option number 2.
I would say we're going to get started with this one tomorrow. You guys can take a break. Yeah? If they can only ride for a minute, so they wouldn't be able to do it.
Because we have.
They've got all